Welcome back to a special episode of the Inside Crypto Podcast. It is me, and today we are talking about our two L1 proposals. I want to thank everybody who has given us feedback already, but this is just for a few people who have said that the L1 proposals are a little bit difficult to understand, so I'm going to simplify it for you today. And if you have any ideas, if you like it, if you don't like it, stop by Telegram, stop by Discord. You can send us a message on Twitter as well, and I would love to hear from you. First of all, to everyone who's just joined us in terms of Soli, thank you very much for believing in us, and we're very happy to have you here. And let's have a look at what we're looking at today. So we have two L1 proposals. So if you don't know what an L1 is, we're going to talk about that just now. The first proposal is the Amun Total Blockchain Index. The second one is the Amun Blockchain Growth Index. What we're going to do first is we are going to talk about the Blockchain Growth Index because I believe personally it is the one that is a little bit more difficult to understand. So we're going to go with that. Then we're going to talk about the Total Blockchain Index. So let's have a look at the article. Now, all these articles are fairly lengthy. They're definitely written for people whose first language is English. And a lot of you, your first language is not English. Let's go down and have a look. So it captures the daily growth in TVL. So TVL is total volume locked. Another way to think about TVL is the money in a particular ecosystem. And now if you look at here, one of the highlights of this is like why it's good is it that when they did backtesting for 6 months, they showed that the way that they constructed the index had a 10x performance. So 10x is pretty good. Who wouldn't be happy with 10x? And now you're probably wondering, now what is a layer one? So a layer one, I got this from blockchaincomparison.com. These are all like the first layers of the crypto ecosystem. So you guys know about Ethereum. Polygon is a layer 2, right? Because we've talked about it on the Crypto podcast before. Polkadot, right? Polkadot has parachains, which are like they're layer 2. But these are all the layer ones. And these are the ones that we are going to choose from. The first layers of crypto. And that's part of what goes into the total blockchain proposal. So the good thing is, like with 6 months of backtesting, we had a 10x performance, right? And then the next thing we want to talk about is how is this different? So there are layer one products out there, quite a few index companies out there. So why is this different is that if you put money into this layer one product, you will be holding the staked versions of the product. So Sol, you're right. You have MSOL, right, which is Marinade staked Solana. So you get interest on your index token, which is fantastic. So the layer one index, the idea for this is that all the constituents of the index, we'll go down and have a look at that right now. There's a few options right here. All the constituents will be the staked versions of these. So when you buy option 1, for example, you'll have staked Luna, staked BNB, staked AVAX, staked Solana. All of these will be earning interest. And instead of you having to go through the process, which I hate, even just thinking about it just makes me feel like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. You just buy this index token and then you're pretty much set. Okay, and then you have option 2, low TVL. This is extended to 10 constituents. Option 3 is mid TVL. Now, how is it done? The proposal for this is to have 6 constituents for this proposal, which I believe is this option over here. A problem, for example, Solana does not have a huge amount of change in TVL compared to Ethereum, where Ethereum has Uniswap, Ethereum has OpenSea, all that NFT activity. And so the downside that they do mention somewhere around here, right, is that like developer growth, right? Solana has had a lot of developer growth just because transactions are so cheap. It has a high amount of TPS. You guys heard me talk about this on previous podcasts that I've been diving into Solana NFTs, and that's far easier than doing stuff on OpenSea, despite OpenSea having a fiat on-ramp. Now, you've seen the 3 options, right? Which one would you like? Which one are you interested in? You can come in and let me know on our social channels. Now we're going to move on to the Total Blockchain Index. So the Total Blockchain Index is a much more simpler version of this idea, right? The idea is basically like, again, a simpler version for your grandma, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin who want to invest in all the best blockchain protocols, who want to gain exposure to all the blockchain protocols. They just get this index, right? And then they have exposure, and there's the composition of the index. You have Binance Coin, Solana, right? Of course, Ethereum is the biggest because Ethereum is the number 2 coin in the crypto ecosystem. If you're new to crypto, you probably don't know that, but that's why this whole big line here, 62% of this index is Ethereum, and the rest are all these sort of smaller ecosystem coins as well. So now this is initially going to contain 10 protocols. So this will be bigger than the 6 protocol of the growth index. The problem is though, right, and they mentioned this as well, bridges are a problem, right? Because you guys have seen the hacks that have happened on bridges before. Bridges are a huge problem. They mentioned Bitcoin is excluded as well. They mentioned the bridge problem over here. Solana had that $200 million bridge problem, wormhole problem as well. That is something to take into consideration when thinking about this index token. Yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. So what do you think? Did you like it? So this is the 2 proposals. So this is something we launched Soli, right? And Soli is doing really well. We're really happy. This is the thing that we think a lot of people will be excited about. From the feedback we've received initially, a lot of people are excited about this idea. So we would like to move forward with it. There are a lot of technical hurdles that we will definitely overcome one way or another. But we'd like to know what you guys are interested in. What would you like to see included in a growth index or a total blockchain index? What's important for you? What should we take out? And please let us know, and then we will pass that on to our teams and get back with you with a final proposal to see what works the best. Okay, thanks very much, guys, and I will talk to you later.